Alright, Burning Springs is finally here! No comment after that. And the first thing players noticed wasn't the new map, or the new raiders, or even the new events. No. It was the absurd number of Deathclaws sprinting at your face every 5 minutes. The amount of Deathclaws is too damn high. So today, we're diving into why this new region has more Deathclaws than, I don't know, a Bethesda developer's fever dream. And why did it have to happen in my state of Ohio? I guess we're just all sinners here. But believe me, this is not random. This is intentional. They meant to do it. Bethesda loves to hurt us in so many different ways. First, we'll get into the game design behind the choice, and then we'll dig a little bit into the lore that explains why southeastern Ohio has basically become Jurassic Park, but a lot angrier. And I didn't think that was possible. Like, comment, subscribe, let's get into it. When the team designed Burning Springs, they built an entire zone around 3 pillars. Desert, Raiders, Deathclaws. That's it. That was the vibe, the flavor, the tone. They wanted Burning Springs to channel Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. The classics where Deathclaws were iconic, terrifying, and never ever optional. So putting them everywhere wasn't a mistake, it was the point. In the base Appalachia map, Deathclaws eventually became, predictable. Scorch Beasts took the spotlight, and Deathclaws kind of slid into a, oh neat, I found one territory. Well, Burning Springs fixes that. Deathclaws are stronger, way stronger. Some are armored, which baffles me how you put armor on a Deathclaw, and nearly every zone has a potential ambush. The devs said they wanted to bring back that old feeling of, no. That's a Deathclaw. And yeah, mission accomplished. Good job, guys. Now that we know the gameplay reasons, let's talk lore. Because Fallout 76 didn't just shove Deathclaws into the region. There's a full narrative reason for why they're everywhere. And it all starts with one man, the Rust King. Before he was ruling the Rust Raiders, the Rust King stumbled onto a massive Deathclaw nest at the Abraxadine chemical plant. And this nest was not small. It was controlled by a full-grown Matriarch and her pack. The Rust Raiders fought a horrific battle, lots of raiders died, but eventually the Rust King killed the Matriarch, scattered the remaining adults, and claimed the entire nest. Inside they found a huge clutch of Deathclaw eggs, and this is where the chaos begins. Instead of hunting wild Deathclaws, the Rust King uses a completely different strategy. He doesn't try to capture adult Deathclaws. He realizes that's ending your existence, because I can't say the other word. So he raises them from birth. The eggs are transported to Jackson's Junkyard, which the Rust Raiders convert into a fully functional Deathclaw hatchery, training ground, and eventually an armory. Yes, these things are bred for war, but they kind of already were if you go way back into the lore. That's why they were bred, to fight in war. So the Rust King brings in specialized animal trainers, the most important being Beastmaster Lena. She and her crew use a strict system of punishments, rewards, and this conditions the Deathclaws starting from infancy. And the result, you get Deathclaws that follow commands, fight in the arena, go out on patrol, and absolutely demolish anyone who threatens the Rust Kingdom, or anyone who's, casually walking by. Like me. This is why you see so many that aren't just roaming. They're organized. There's more than one. You fight more than one at a time. They're placed in areas. They're raider-controlled assets. Now, once they're full grown, the trainers begin fitting them with armor. Heavy plating that protects their chest, limbs, and skull. And the coolest part, players actually get to help build the armor during the Gearing Up event. But I'm not getting into events. These armored variants are the Rust King's heavy hitters. They're used in the arena fights, caravan patrols, ambush squads, and territory defense. Now, outside the Raiders' influence, Deathclaws have also naturally reestablished themselves as the apex predators of southeastern Ohio. This region's new desert biome is perfect for them. There's open terrain, heat, prey, plenty of nesting zones. The Rust Kingdom even decorates its gate with a giant Deathclaw skull, symbolizing that in this land, Deathclaws rule, everyone else survives. So, why are there so many Deathclaws? Because Bethesda wanted to bring back fear. They wanted to put the fear of God into you, and not God Todd Howard, actual God, the Lord. And they wanted to bring back the challenge and the classic Fallout feeling of, this thing could kill me, and I will die and lose all the scrap that I have collected, and then I'll have to come back and try to get it. And because in the lore, a single Raider King turned an entire region into a Deathclaw-breeding superpower. Burning Springs is more dangerous, more chaotic, and way more unpredictable because it's supposed to be. And it's not just Deathclaws. I was just walking. This was before I was shooting a B-roll. Stupid cave crickets just came out of nowhere, jumped me. It's like walking around, I don't know, downtown Barberton. If any of you are from Ohio, you'll get that reference. If not, Barberton is horrible. But honestly, Fallout hasn't felt this deadly in years. It's actually fun watching others go in there with their power armor and their Gatling guns, and then watching them run away. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go watch the power armor people run away from my house that I built in Ohio. And it's called the Dog Pound. All right, bye.